modifying the activities. If there are students who are disabled, we can modify those activities. Um, for example, if we're lifting very heavy things, then we can give them things that are not very heavy for them to, you know, they won't feel that they are, do not belong. So again, there will be a university, unity in diversity. So, and I always have some ample time at the last part of the lesson or last part of the class to have a cleanup time to develop their discipline and also prepare the classroom or the gym for the next section or the next class. Thank you. Yeah, so behavior management is really the challenge for the teachers, especially for me that I'll be the new teacher in your school, hopefully. So behavior, I think, is always about communication. For example, if I have an activity today doing this physical education classes, and there are some students who cannot or who do not want to participate, I think we can give them, observe them first, and then warning. We can warn them. The first warning, which is, you know, warning, and then second is to talk with them. Uh, like, do you want to? Maybe we can compromise on what things you want to do in this physical education class. Like, talk to them personally, communicate with them, and if they they still don't know, they're still not participating, we can, let's say for the third one, they cannot join the activity for, let's say, a few minutes, like the whole session. And for I mean, if I don't want to do this, but if it's the last resort, then we can go to the office and tell that the student are not behaving very well. In my own experience in the Philippines, we just communicate with them. We let If I'm doing the class, I'll stand next to them. Let's say whisper, or let's just say, like, whisper to them, or like look at them, so that they know that we are observing them, and communicate. That's not only communicate with them but also with their parents, how they progress in PE classes. And I always want to motivate that PE classes are really fun. Not only sports, but we also have games that they can, do, and they have choices on what games they want to do in our physical education class. Thank you. At the start of the class or start of the school year, we have to always plan and observe the levels and skills to modify. You call it in the US like the standards alignment. In the Philippines, we call it the learning competencies. These learning competencies are the guide for the students on what they should follow and should have at the end of the lesson or at the end of the school year. And we also have to, I think the most rewarding part of it is to see them progress in whatever they are doing. For example, if they are at first they do not know how to throw the frisbee, and as time goes by, it becomes easier for them, and it's rewarding to see them become excited to enter physical education class again. And yes, so that's the goal setting, and we all we always have to follow the state standards. Communication also with them and what activities they want to do again on the physical education class. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So in the learning objective, we can explain it to them, communicate with them on what or how we assess them. Let's say we have self-assessment, performance-based assessment. It will be graded. We also have examinations like paper and pencil test. And in collaboration, we can do activities by group, also activities that they can find a partner in doing that physical education activity. And again, we have to follow the state standards or the, let's say, how they are graded. In the Philippines, physical education or MAPE, 60% is performance based, 20% is, let's say, their paper and pencil test, and 20% for their attendance, their participation, recitation. Yes, thank you. I don't have any idea on how we do that in the US, but I'm I'm excited to learn how we can grade the students. Thank you. Technology is makes the student excited and it's really fun. So we can do video presentations, and not only that, we can, for example, if we are doing a physical activity, this is an aerobic dance. We can do it individually or in a group. They can make their own videos about that. So that's technology. They will be doing their own routine for that activity. Let's say the aerobic exercise, the cardio exercise. We can do it by group or individually, and by submitting it through videos or through email, we already have technology. And not only they're doing the physical education activity, but also they will know how to edit videos. Editing videos can can develop their IT skill. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So, strategies, as I said earlier, we have to follow the standards alignment, and there might be bullying, if there are some students who come from different places. That's the time that the teacher have to instill classroom rules, procedure, and what I learned from the university, unity and diversity, respecting each other, and finding the middle ground on how we can communicate. And we have to have this anti-bullying awareness at the very first day of the school year. We have to set classroom routines and become consistent. Consistency is the key. We do not choose those who are, you know, um, we do not choose just anyone, but those who are bullying, we have to be consistent with them, communicate with them, and tell them that respect is really important. Thank you. Mm, thank you. So, observation is really important, observing their level skills, and as I mentioned earlier, to modify it on what their progress. They have different progress, they have different ability, especially in physical education, and we have to have these activities which they can choose from. Or let's say there's a voting on what activities we can do next week, and then on the next week, and we have to modify it for the disabled. As I mentioned earlier, if the we have to run for, let's say, 100 meters, then the the student can run for, let's say, only 50 meters. So that's how we modify it. And also we can tell them that this physical activity you know is something that is fun, that they can learn by having collaboration with each other. And of course we have to do it because we should have a respect for self and others, and their performance. I mean, their grade is also based on their performance. Thank you. And your microphone is off. Flexibility. Yes, thank you. So first, at the start of the class, while warming up or before warming up, we can give them like informational text for reading, and reading which is about physical education. So we can give it to them. For example, the goals are written on that informational text, and we can also incorporate it to the music. We can find music while doing the activities. The music is, let's say, about a certain topic that is um, about English, and those lyrics are also related to what they are studying on that specific lesson. So that's how we can incorporate, and it's really good to communicate with other colleagues on what topic they are focusing right now, so that we will know on what activities we can align to the lesson that they have in reading, math, and other subjects. Preparation is really the key. Always prepare the lesson a week before or 2 weeks before, so that you have time to modify it, or you have time to communicate to the students and other teachers. Thank you. Thank you. So in the first day of the class, or the first day of the school year, we have to set we have to set the classroom rules, and we should include the classroom rules procedures, which is to bring extra clothes, especially that we are having this physical education class. We will be sweating, so I will require it to them to bring some clothes, extra clothes, um, let's say a handkerchief or a towel, alcohol, and at the first 2 weeks, let's say before starting the class, we will be asking them, "Oh, hey, where's your towel? Where's your alcohol?" Yeah, so that as the time goes by, it becomes a habit, and we should not, or we don't have to remind them anymore, because we have practiced it at the first 2 weeks of the school year. Thank you. Sorry. If I will be accepted in Page Middle School, will I have time to, let's say, orientation for new teachers? Yeah, thank you. Mm, mm, wow, thank you, Miss Alisa. Yeah, yeah, I mentioned earlier that I'm finishing my master's degree in physical education. I don't know if I can finish that, but hopefully, it's focused on the activities of the teachers before the pandemic, during, and the new normal, and hopefully I can create an exercise program for that. But as you mentioned, if I should be there in July, then maybe I can do it virtually with my teachers. Yeah, learning is. Thank you for that, Miss Elisa. I'm very happy, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to have the interview. Yeah, Ratcliffe. My email is just Ratcliffe. Mm. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Nice meeting you all. Bye bye.